Alrighty, Fort Shopyard, good morning. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be knocking out the early fall oil change on Blue. It's not even been 5,000 miles yet, but it's just about 4,000, a little over 4,000 now. And the reason I'm changing it early is because I can't remember what mileage I changed it at last time. So, I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. We got, about less than a month left till the first day of fall. And so, I always try to do it before the season starts. And, but as you can see, I'm running the Pennzoil Platinum 524 synthetic made from natural gas like I always do, and my OEM filter. But I can't stress it enough, guys. Change your oil and filter every 5,000 miles with full synthetic oil. If your vehicle's burning oil, just add the oil. Oil is cheap. Motors are expensive. You know, I can't stress that enough. You know, people come into work all the time, you know, I need an oil change. Check the oil, they're a quart low. Sometimes it's not even on the dipstick. That's how low it is. I don't check it. It's burning oil. And it just bugs me. So change your oil and filter every 5,000 miles with full synthetic oil. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Because, you know, this truck's got 350,000 miles on it almost. 347,200 to be exact. Doesn't use a drop of oil. I keep the oil changed about every 5,000 miles. And, but just change it, people. You know. Yeah, I try to change the oil once every season or so. Last time I think I changed it in February, March, somewhere around there. It's August now, almost September. So I'm going to be changing it again. But change it every 5,000 miles. It's not that big of a deal. And it's like I said, there's many great oil brands out there. I happen to like Pennzoil, Castrol, Mobil 1. You know, I mean, there's a lot of great brands out there. Pennzoil, Castrol, Mobil 1, Havoline, Valvoline, Royal Purple. And the Royal Purple is expensive, but it's a good oil. I've never used it, but still. I know people that swear by it. And I'm going to tell y'all this little tip. See this right here? It says 15,000 miles protection guaranteed. Do not listen to that. I know some Mercedes, BMW, Audi drivers, their oil change interval set to 10, 15,000 miles. And they wonder, you know, my car's burning oil. No shit. You're going 10, 15, 20,000 miles between oil changes. When your car blows up, don't ask, I don't know what causes it to blow up. 10,000 mile oil change will cause that. Not to mention intense sludge buildup inside your vehicle, inside your motor. Do not listen to this. Change it every 5,000 miles. Okay? Change it every 5,000 miles. It's not that damn big of a deal. Come on now. The next thing I want to tell you about is your tires. You want to keep the air pressure in your tires checked regularly, and you want to put them at the correct PSI. Now, this truck, the recommended PSI is 35 front and back, all the way around. But, since I put these BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrains on, the max PSI is 80. So, I keep them right at 70. But, keep an eye on them, people. This is a digital tire pressure gauge. I bought it at Walmart for like 12, 15 bucks. It's accurate. Some of those pencil gauges that slide in and out, they're accurate, but they only read up to about 50 psi. Some of them you can get, the heavy duty ones, can read up to like 150 or whatever, but a digital one works so much better. Check this out. It's not that hard to do. Like I said, I keep these tires set at 70 psi. I just checked them the other day. Turn it on. It's at psi. You've got your psi. You've got your bar, and you've got your kPa. You want psi. 67.5. It should be 70. I got to go around today and top them all back up. The cool weather's made them go down a little bit, but I keep them at 70, so they'll last a lot longer. They won't wear out as fast. So, tell you this much: go by what your inside of your door says. If the inside of your door, the sticker inside your door says 35 psi, keep them right at 35 psi. You know, don't like, oh, I'll put 40, 50, 60 psi in it. No. Your tire will wear out faster. It'll wear unevenly, and you could even have a blowout, having too much pressure. But if you don't have enough pressure, it'll wear out. Usually wear out twice as fast with not enough pressure. You know, it'll wear the tire out. You'll have a higher chance of getting a flat tire. Softer tire, nails can puncture easier. But check your tire pressure. This truck calls for 35 psi all the way around. Frankie over here, his is 30 in the front, 35 in the back, and that's what I keep it at. My Jeep, 35 all the way around. My dad's Expedition, 35 all the way around, that's where I keep it. You want your tires to last a long time. These tires are rated at 50,000 miles. I've got about 30,000 miles on them now. I rotate them every other oil change every 10,000 miles. You know. But keep an eye on your tire pressure. You want your tires to last as long as they possibly can. You know. And the first thing I always do, the very first thing I always like to do before I change my oil, come over here, take the oil cap off, so the air can flow through and the oil will flow out quicker and you get more of the dirty oil out. There's your drain plug. It's going to be a 16 millimeter. I've already gotten it loosened. There you are. You see it starting to drip. I'm going to start turning it. Hard to do with one hand and film at the same doggone time. And all Fords, if you know anything about Fords, you know as soon as you crack that drain plug, they're gonna start leaking oil. I don't know why, but that's just the way they're designed, I guess. But anyway, let's get this drain plug out. And out comes the old dirty oil. We'll let this sit for a good, probably 20 minutes, till there's not even a single drip coming out. We'll put the plug back in, tighten it down. Alright, when it stops dripping, when it comes down to nothing but a slow drip, put your plug back in, tighten it down. Let's change the filter now. You want to make sure you get your plug nice and tight. Once it bottoms out, give about another quarter to half a turn, and you're good to go. Alright guys, welcome back. Now, my phone stopped recording again, but let's change the filter now. Now, you'll find every time I change the oil in this truck, it's always a difficult task getting the filter off. It's always on there super tight. I don't know why I don't put it on. I never put it on that tight, but I guess the heat makes it tight. But let's see if we can get it off. Yeah, there we go. Not even bad. It's turning. Alright, get the pan. Oh, good. Lined up. So don't make a big mess. And let's turn this filter out. I always use OEM filters on my vehicles. That's what they originally came with. As you can see, there it is. It's coming out now. Let that sit and drain for a minute. Getting it out is always the hardest part because of where it's at. If you can see, it's right there by the power steering hose. And it is a bitch to get out. Let that sit and drain for a minute. I need to get some degreaser after this front cross member. Because it's where I've changed the oil so many times, the oil grease leaks down. But yeah, let's get this filter changed. Now, a great rule of thumb for when you're changing your oil filter, and I've said this in multiple other videos, when you're changing your oil filter, you want to make sure on your oil filter, the rubber O-ring gasket is still intact. It's not stuck up there to the block. Because if you double gasket it, what it'll do is you'll have the O-ring from your old filter on top of the O-ring on your new filter. You'll do what's called double gasketing. And you'll cause a major leak, and you may even blow your motor. So always check that when you change your oil filter. Make sure the O-ring on the old filter is still on the old filter and not stuck to your engine block right there. You can see mine's not. Got the O-ring on the new filter lubed up. Let's get the new filter on. Alrighty, the new filter's on. You want to make sure you don't over tighten it. Once you get it on, make sure you get it good and started by hand. It's not cross threading. Spin it all the way up to the bottom's out, and then give it about another half a turn. Don't go crazy. Let's put the oil back in. Also, you want to make sure when you get done, you want to wipe up whatever residual oil that's dripped down on your frame. Wipe that up good so you don't have any leaks and you're not worried that it's leaking. So let's put oil back in it. Make sure you have a nice clean funnel. Wipe it out if it's been sitting a while. Make sure it ain't got any dust, dirt, debris in it. You want a nice clean funnel. You don't want any of that getting down inside your engine. So we're going to start out with the 5 quarts Pennzoil Platinum 520. Start off by there. Take your time. You don't want to spill anything. Harley, you just got to piss on the tree, don't you, boy? Mark your territory, huh? There's 5 quarts. Let that sit for a minute. Get all that I can get out. Liquid gold. Try to let it sit there until it's not even a drip comes out. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that the Pennzoil Platinum oil is more expensive than the Mobil 1. And that's all lies. Because at the Walmart where I work, I get this Pennzoil for about $23.90, $23.92, something like that, for 5 quarts, and like $7.88 for each single quart. The Mobil 1's going to $27, $28, $29 for 5 quarts, and like $9 or $10 for the single quarts. So the Pennzoil is actually cheaper, and it's just as good of an oil as the Mobil 1. Alright. There's 5. Now we'll put the 6 quart in. Whoops. There we go. that just sit there and drain. So yeah, the Pennzoil is just as good as the Mobil 1. It's actually cheaper, but it's still just as good, like I say. Some people just don't know what they're talking about, you know. I use Mobil 1 in my Jeep before I switched over to Pennzoil Platinum. Well, there's nothing wrong with the Mobil 1. I like it. I'm just a fan of trying different oils. You know, it's the weight that counts. If your vehicle costs for $520, use $520. If it costs for $1030, use $1030. I say that in all my videos. But I just can't help preaching because people don't want to listen. They think, oh, you know, I can put whatever oil in my vehicle I want to. Brands, yes, you can put whatever brand you want to. You just want to go by the weight. Most all Chevrolets call for 5W30. Some of the modern Malibus and Impalas, I have seen they take 5W20, but that's a rarity. Most of the trucks and the SUVs from 15, 20 years ago take 5W30. The modern Silverados take 020. We had one come in yesterday for an oil change. On the last ones tonight, it was like a big, I think it was a GMC, no, I'm sorry. It was a Dodge 2500 with a 6.4 liter, and it took 040, and we don't have 040 either out in the shop or on the shelf, so we couldn't do that oil change. 0W40, that is a light oil. Maybe we'll get it in the shop one day, but who knows? We got 016, we don't have 030 or 08 yet, but we do have 016. I think that's it for this quart. Yep. Put these over here to the side. Grab my rag wherever it went. There it is. Pull your funnel out. Clean it off. Stick your cap back on. This truck calls for 6 quarts. And then after you run it, it always takes another quart. A filter holds a whole quart. So let's start this bad boy up. Let's check it and then we'll start it up. Alrighty. Here's your dipstick. Pull it out. Wipe it clean. Stick it back in. Wait a second. Pull it back out. Check it, and where is it? It is right on the dot. Right on the dot. It's kind of hard to see because I'm not in direct sunlight, but it's right on the dot. Let's put the dipstick back in and crank it up. As one of my coworkers says, oil in, cap on, and good to start. Yeah, I got the key. Yes, I do. Let's fire old blue up. Alright. Now you just want to go down below, check for leaks, check the plug. It's not leaking. Filter's not leaking. We did a good job. Then you just want to wait maybe a couple minutes, let it sit, let the oil settle nice. Then we'll check it again. And after you wait maybe 5 minutes, come back and check it again. Pull your dipstick out, wipe it clean. Stick it back in. If I can find the hole. And where are we at? We are about right there. So we're about a quart low. Like I said, this truck takes 6 quarts after the filter. It's going to be 7 because the filter itself holds a whole quart. Let's put that 7th quart in. Alright. Take our 7th quart. Pour it on in. Sit there and settle. You know, like I said, my transmission is going out, and you know, everybody I talk to, you know, you ain't gonna change the fluid, but drop the pan and change the filter, and then put the old fluid back in. Well, I can honestly say I can do that, but you know, in all truth, why, you know, waste my time? In all honesty, check this out. This is the fluid. It's supposed to be bright red. You can see it's brown, almost black. There's no metal filings in it that I can tell, but you know, 347,000 miles. The fluid's never been changed. I'm not gonna pump all the fluid out, change the filter, and put the old fluid back in. You know, I'm just gonna spend the $3,000 or whatever and replace the transmission with a brand new factory one. Most people say, I wouldn't put that kind of money in this truck. Well, guess what? I keep my vehicles forever, and I know I can get another 350,000 miles out of this truck. I've seen them with 1,000,000 miles. So, alright, now, after the 7th quart, we should be right on the full dot, full line. Let's go see. Once again, oil in, cap on. See where we at. Alrighty. Pull it out, wipe it clean. Stick it back in. Come on, baby. There you go. Wait a minute. Where are we? We are right at just under the top dot. So we're right there at the full dot. Not on the full dot, but we're right at it. So I gotta pick up a bottle of my oil treatment, the STP full synthetic oil treatment that I always use. Put 15 ounces of that in there. It'll be right on the full dot. Alright. Then the question remains, what do I do with the old oil? Well, I put all mine back in the containers the new oil came in. I take them to work at Walmart, and we have an oil, a used oil tank. We put the used recycled oil in to be recycled. So we also take the oil filters too. So bring your old dirty oil, used oil, and oil filter, and we'll dispose of them properly. You gotta sign your name in the book with how much oil you have, and we'll take care of it. And that concludes the fall oil change, the upcoming fall oil change on Blue. You can see, I take care of my vehicles. I change my oil every 5,000 miles. It wasn't even at 5,000 miles yet, but still, I take care of my vehicles. I want my vehicles to last forever. Use high-end quality oil and an original equipment oil filter. Good for 5,000 miles. But change your oil every 5,000 miles for full synthetic oil and the correct weight that your vehicle calls for. Again, If it calls for 016, use 016. You know? 040, use 040 like that Dodge that we didn't have the oil for yesterday. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm trying to save y'all money and keep your vehicles running, help you keep your vehicle running as long as possible. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with all your friends. And take care, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.